Well, hello, students. Today's lesson is going to be centered around obtaining any image that you want to use as a custom surface for an object using Sketchup.com for free. First, you have to navigate to Google.com. Next, you have to search out the type of material that you want. Today, we're going to use wood. So I type in wood texture, enter, and I find a whole bunch of wood textures here that I could capture. So I select images, scroll, find an image that I like, this one. Select it. Now you can right click, save image as, name it what you want, wood texture, and then save. Now you'll see in the bottom left, it says woodtexture.jpg. That means that file is in your downloads folder. So you can download, go to the downloads folder and verify that it's in there, wood texture. So now at this point, you can close that. The next thing to do would be to navigate to Sketchup.com. And once you find yourself on this landing page, you're going to select the person, select My Apps, and sign in with your Google account. Remember, it's My Products, SketchUp for Web Premium. Launch. So now that we're on SketchUp, you just create new simple template feet and inches. Remember, move to the right side, model info. You want to select decimals, leave the precision the same as it is, and change the snap interval to 0.125 and use the enter key to lock it in. Select the lady, hit the delete key to remove her. Go back over here to the right, use the fourth tool up, scenes tool. Make sure you select the second cube down, parallel projection, and then select face. I'm going to use the pan tool to move my axes down to the lower left. And then I'm going to grab the rectangle tool. Remember, use the top rectangle tool. And I'm going to click on the origin, click. Then I pull and start to drag. This time I'm going to make a 12 by 12 cube. So now that I'm drawing, and it's still active, I go to the keypad and I enter 12, comma, 12, enter. And that is a 1 foot by 1 foot square at this point. Now I'm going to use my cursor to zoom in a bit, using my mouse wheel, zooming in with the mouse wheel, pushing forward. Now I'm going to use the orbit tool to turn my axes. And then I'm going to use the push-pull tool. It's the first tool up here. Select and push back. And as I do, I can just type 12 on the keypad and then enter. And there I have a 12 by 12 cube. And just for fun, I'm going to grab another rectangle and just randomly put one on the screen. Whoop. And maybe another one here. Whoop. Now I'm going to go to the push-pull tool, select and pull just for random fun, just to make a shape that's a little different. All right. The next thing to do will be move up to the upper left. You'll see the 3 lines. You want to select that and click Insert from Computer, and it automatically opens to my Downloads folder. I'm going to select the wood texture that you just captured and open. And then select the Material button. Now, if you put your cursor on the surface of your cube, it's going to place it in full size. But this is key. You want to edit the size, and this size will repeat over and over again until it covers the entire surface. So if it's large like this and you don't want it large, you can click on this corner and then start to move your cursor, and you can see it's scaled very small. And then you could maybe make it this size, give it a smaller grain, and then click again. And once you do click that second time, it then covers the entire surface with a repeating pattern of that scaled down small size. Now, if you go over here, there's a materials tab, and you'll see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 tools up. And there you see your wood pattern that you just imported. So select that and make sure it's got a blue box around it. And then you can select other surfaces to cover. Now use your orbit tool. I'm going to orbit around so that I can see other surfaces. And then again, make sure you go back and select the material and then continue to select surfaces. It's not working there, so I'm going to orbit a little bit more. Remember, select the material and then select the surface. Now I'm going to verify that all surfaces have been covered with the wood material. I grabbed my orbit tool. I can see another surface and 2 surfaces that have not been covered. So again, third time, select the color and then select the face that you want. And now I've covered all surfaces. Now, for the final image that you want to export as a PNG, you move over here, go to the display tab. It looks like sunglasses, and deselect axes. And then down here where it says shadows off, I want you to put a check in that box. And you can use your mouse wheel to expose these tools. Time, you can change the time to, and this manipulates the shadow so that it looks like a shadow you might want. Then in the final step, you would go back to the Scenes tab and select the top cube, which is Perspective View. And when I selected Perspective View, it gets smaller, but you can use your mouse wheel, push in on that mouse wheel, and zoom in. And then, once again, just rotate your cube, maybe show the horizon. I don't know, I kind of like that. Maybe like something like that. All right. So now you go save. Double click. Down here, you name it. I'm going to call mine Cube with Wood Texture. And save here. Okay. Now it says saved at this point, so I can go File, Export, PNG, and that's the final image that I would end up with. Export as PNG, hit that button. And down here, you can see in the lower right corner, it says Cube with Wood Texture, PNG, and that final image is in your Downloads folder. Select the Downloads folder and verify that it's in there. I double click it, and there it is in all its glory. Turn that image in. I hope this helped.